Well, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Hooper Minifield, and I am one of the co-founders of the Black Entrepreneurs Institute. I am very excited and happy to have with me today another member of our business bootcamp. So please let me introduce to you, without further ado, Miss Nadine Thomas. Nadine, say hello to everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So Nadine, I'm sure some of the people who are followers of the Black Entrepreneurs Institute business page don't know you yet. So what I love to do is always provide our guests, our boot campers, the businesses that we support and endorse, an opportunity to introduce themselves. So we know that for those of you who don't know, Nadine is CEO, founder, owner, operator, director, all things solopreneur, if you guys can relate to that, right? But she is all things Exousia Life. And if you want to, because I'm sure you've seen it, so think about how you pronounce sushi, right? Exousia Life. But Nadine, let me get out of the way. Tell everybody about you and then your business.
Thank you, Angela, and thank you for the BEI platform to have this opportunity just to say hello and to introduce myself to the community. Very grateful for that. Again, my name is Nadine Thomas. I am the founder and CEO of Exousia Life. And that word might sound very strange to a lot, so I'll explain what it is, what it means. Exousia is the Greek word for authority, power, empowerment. So the first time I saw that word, I was so blown away by it and excited. And I knew right then and there that that was going to be the name of my company. And I wanted people to live an empowered life that they have authority over, that they are living their best life. And so I created My Exousia Life. And you can find that anywhere, just at My Exousia Life on any social media platform. But I am super excited to share this with you because the purpose of Exousia Life and is to make sure that I have an opportunity to invest in people, to help them to become their best self. In a little while, I'll tell you about a program that I've just recently launched, but it's really about empowering people, especially women. And I don't mean to detract from men. I mean, you guys are awesome. But, you know, oftentimes it's women who struggle with finding their true identity, learning who they really are, and being able to live their best life, their true selves. And so because of personal experience and because of me just really for a long time living in the shadows, just being someone else other than who God intended for me to be. Okay. And now being on that journey, I want a platform to help others to also be on that journey, Angela. So that's why I am here for all of it. And, you know, you'll join me in Exousia Life.
So I'm going to type the business name in this feed right here. So My Exousia,
EXOUSIA.
Life. So for those of you who are like, oh, I like that. I like what I'm hearing. How do I look that up? So that's been typed into it. And I'm also going to share it on the screen so you'll be able to see it. All right, Nadine. So you mentioned, you know, women is your niche, right? You're really, not that you won't help anybody, but that's where you're focusing your niche is. So talk to us a little bit about, like, how would a woman know that what it is your programs do, how your business serves people is a good match for her? What would be some of the messaging a woman would be saying to herself?
Well, first, I'll share a little bit about me and why I specialize, or not necessarily specialize, but really think that women mostly would benefit. For most of my life, I grew up in church. Okay. And my life was always directed by some leader telling me to go here. I've been a minister since I was in my 20s. Okay. I'm not that far from it. You know, but since I was really young, and for most of my life, I was always told what to do. You know, you're told how to dress, how to carry yourself, how to be, where you're supposed to go. When I was younger, I wanted to be a lawyer, but because I grew up in church, and I had so much negativity told to me about lawyers, I didn't go to law school. I mean, eventually I did, but when you're working full time and trying to go to law school full time, that's a disaster. So that's on hold for now. But I did get in and I did start.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But when I was younger, I really wanted to be a lawyer. And because of how I was trained to think, I never pursued it. I wrote in a post recently, I was listening to NPR and Tracy Ellis Ross was on. And everyone knows Tracy Ellis Ross is a successful actress. She's done well. But even she said that, you know, everyone knows her mom is Diana Ross, right?
Well, if they don't, now they know now. Diana,
right? And she
Tracy Ellis Ross's mother, for those of you who didn't know that.
Yeah. And she said that when she was growing up, she also wanted to sing. But of course, life took her in a different direction and she tabled singing. Now, if you see, she's in a movie called The High Note and she's singing. And she said in her interview that she was terrified. She just, you know, all this time, she thought she knew what she wanted to do. She thought she was comfortable just being an actress, but that passion was still in her. And when it came time for her to live that out, she was absolutely terrified. She was like, she said she ran from the studio to the bathroom to pray to some higher power to help her, you know, because she was so terrified. And I think as women, oftentimes we have grown up just doing the things that we're supposed to do. Some of you have grown up and, you know, you became mothers and everybody just know you as mother, but there's so much more to you. Some of you maybe have grown up, you know, and you defaulted to being a teacher because that was the only thing maybe available at the time. But there's a passion in you. There's something that God has given you. You think about it all the time. You see other women doing it. You see other people doing it. And there's always the thought in the back of your mind, man, I've always thought I could do that, but I don't know. And so we suppress the real us. We suppress those true passions because we're trying to live up to others' expectations of us. And so I'm here to really just pull that out of you if I can, you know, really just pull that out and say, no, be who you are, be that true self, be that passionate person that you are about the things that you're passionate about. If anyone knows me, right, this is the first time I've ever said this publicly. You know, I didn't get earrings until I was 40. You want to know why?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You want to know why? Because
somebody
when I was growing up, they told us we couldn't pierce our ears. They told us we couldn't wear jewelry. So when I tell you that being authentic is something that I've had to peel back the layers in my own life, it's something that I speak from a place of passion because I've been there, I've done it, and I know what I went through in just living up to what everyone else said I should do, where I should go. And now just really taking control of my life and say, wait a minute, this is who God said I am. This is who I'm going to be. Who else can I help to find that path and be able to walk that journey?
You know, that's so interesting because I will say that I think, you know, for a lot of us, understanding that there is a legitimate path to self-discovery. And what that looks like. You know, I even remember when I started my hair transformation from process to a more natural state. And the questions being, well, why do you want to do that? And it was more because I was like, well, one, I don't even know what my real hair looks like without chemicals. And so it's not that I dislike the look that the chemicals bring me, but it's just that these are the remnants of the decisions other people made for me, right? And so what I hear you're saying is this can show up in all areas of our life, not just, you know, in the job we pick. You talked about earrings. You know, on the flip side, my daughter got her ears pierced at 6 weeks. You know, she may say, how dare you? How did you know I wanted earrings, right? So it can go either way. And just having a path and understanding how to get you from A to B, I think that's awesome that you're doing that for people. So you said a little earlier that there's a course that people could get more information about. So talk to us a little bit about the course and your offerings, and then also how can people, if after they hear about this, or even if they just want more information, how can they enroll and contact you?
Awesome. Thank you for that, Angela. Yes. So I recently, yesterday, day before, maybe launched the Becoming Your Beautiful Self, Beautiful Authentic Self Masterclass. And what I tell you, I am beyond excited about this. I'm so excited about this because this course has not only helped me, but I believe that you're going to find this so transformative. And so forgive me if I'm looking down, but I just want to read some of what the class is going to be about.
Fine, go with it.
So in this course, we talked about being who you really are. That's actually module 1. We're going to talk about who you really are. Then we're going to talk about your true passions, what those look like. Some of us have had them buried for so long that we're going to have to dig real deep, to find out, to reignite what those true passions are. Then we talk about building self-esteem. And let's face it, we have all suffered from some lack of self-esteem in some area of our lives, whether you are a successful businesswoman, whether you are a mom, whether you are in high school or college, wherever you are, we all struggle with some level of challenging self-esteem. So we're going to talk and deep dive into that. And then we're going to talk about letting go of past mistakes and accepting ourselves, right? Wow, coming down this life journey, how many times have you messed up? We're not even going to talk about my mess up.
Are you talking about just today, or do you want me to go further?
Oh, so we'll start with today, but we're going to go back a little bit more. See, it's such a real thing, right, Angela? It's so real that we hold ourselves to those mistakes for so long. So we're going to talk about that, letting go of those past mistakes and just accepting the fact that you're human and you're allowed to make those mistakes, right? And they don't define you. And we go into breaking free from crippling self-doubts. You and I both are in the John Maxwell team. And one of the things that you always hear our mentors talk about is those limiting beliefs, right? Those limiting beliefs that we put on ourselves. So we're going to address those and embracing your individuality. I don't care what shape, color, size you come in, you are an individual and you have to embrace who that is. I don't look like Angela, as beautiful as she is. She doesn't look like me, but she is awesome and I'm awesome in my own right, as are you. So let's explore that. And then love yourself. I always thought I loved myself. No kidding. I always thought I'm me. And then I realized there were things about myself that I really didn't like still. And so we're going to talk a lot about loving yourself, finding your life purpose, and then showing the world the real you, taking the mask off, taking those layers off and say, hey, this is real me. Accept me from who I am because I'm awesome, but I'm going to live authentic. And I am so excited to share this with you. So what I'm going to do right now is in the comments, I'm going to go ahead and put the link.
Okay.
For you to join. It's misbehaving, but let me copy it. I'm going to put the link for you to join, but just in case I have trouble doing it now, I can put it a little later.
You can put it in after the live is over and people can back in.
You can go to my personal page. You can go to my Exucia Life page. You can go to my story. If you go to my Instagram, it is there because I want to make it accessible to you. Now, there's a code that I'm asking that you use to get the introductory price. So the introductory price is $99. And I thought about this yesterday that, so many people are going to be like, $99?
Well,
we buy handbags for $300. If you have a Michael Kors bag, you can afford a $99 course.
Well, you know what, Nadine? But one of the things that we ascribe to is it's not for us to get in other people's pockets, right? The people who see this and figure out that this is what they need as a next step, they will figure out how to enroll. Exactly. And for those who don't, we wish them well. Maybe the timing is not for them, but guess what? You will have other programs and they will have other opportunities. The introductory price may not always be available, but that's okay because it's not really about the price, it's about the value that you're bringing to them. And I've seen the layout of the courses, the modules. I have no doubt you are more than going to exceed their expectations, and the value that they will receive from this program will be life changing. And you really can't put a price tag on that.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Angela. So I just shared the link where you can go and enroll. So please go enroll at the introductory price. We also have a private Facebook group, just us, intimate, just us, that we're going to be sharing and just encouraging and lifting each other up. So I definitely want you to be a part of that. This is going to be so amazing. I have goosebumps right now because I'm just so
Isn't that interesting? And so that's a great segue. And just for those who are following on the BEI page, it is not in our comments yet because I don't have that link. But when this live is over, Nadine or I will put it in our thread. And if you're watching Angela's watch party, it's not there either. It's in those of you. So some of you are like, I don't see it. It's in Nadine's watch party because we're broadcasting this everywhere, right? So depending on which feed you're watching, you may or may not see the comments. But you mentioned how you had goosebumps. And even before we got started, just your excitement, every day this past week that I have had a conversation with you, you've actually made me excited about some of the things that I'm doing because, excitement and enthusiasm is contagious. Right. And so one of the things I think is really important to maybe lead into or talk about just a little bit, because right now we're on the Black Entrepreneurs Institute page. You're a member of the business Bootcamp. Can you talk about the impact or results of, I think you're halfway through it right now, that this has had on you, your business, but also the fact that you're here today with a course, a program, and an offering?
Yes, thank you, Angela. So we started Business Bootcamp, BEI Bootcamp 4 weeks ago. I think this week. Today starts week 5. Mm-hmm. And at week 1, I had a thought, I had an idea, but there was no execution. And I remember, I think it was maybe 2 Fridays before the BEI started, I was on a summit call and I enrolled that very night. When I got off the call, I just was like, there's no way I can't do this. And since I've been in the BEI Bootcamp, I mean, look at this is proof. This is proof. Before BEI, I've never done a Facebook Live, right? Mm-hmm. BEI pulled a Facebook Live out of me. Before BEI, I've never launched a masterclass online. I've done masterminds in person, so I've taught in person, but I've never done an online course. So this boot camp and when we say BEI, I'm sure you can see it, but it's Black Entrepreneurs Institute. Mm-hmm. I am honored, and honored is an understatement, to be a part of this organization, to be a part of the cohort, to be a part of this boot camp, because it has fueled me and pushed me to implement a lot of the things that were in me and to be my authentic self. BEI has pushed me to be my authentic self and to do the things that I was afraid to do. So thank you so much to you, Angela, Cedric, Damien, and Nicole, Dr. Nicole, for making this platform available to us. And I'm sure, I can't wait for the amazing things that we're going to do in the future. But thank you so much for pushing me and allowing me to be my authentic self.
Well, thank you for trusting us with your journey. It has been an honor and a joy to work with you so far. And we're equally excited for the progress that we've seen in you, as well as the other boot campers. It's probably been one of the most transformational programs I've been a part of in just a short window. I mean, because as you said, it's been a month, it's been 4 weeks. So, Nadine, before we go, and you have just really inspired us today in this live, if you were to leave people with one final thought, what would that be?
My final thought to you today would be embrace who you are, love who you are, and understand that we are all not at the same place and at the same journey in our lives. But whatever your journey is, embrace that, accept it, and know that the love that you have for yourself is the same love that when you show that to others, it brings out something in them too. So don't mind where other people are. Don't mind what other people are doing. Focus on that amazing person that you are and live that amazing life that you've been given. And don't forget to enroll. Click the button on the bottom.
That's right, enroll. Well, thank you so much, Nadine. It has been truly, like I said, a pleasure over the last 4 weeks to work with
Thank
you,
you. Thank
but
you.
also just to have an opportunity to bring you out. And, as you said, we put that live in you, right? You're now out here broadcasting, creating content, doing master classes, serving the people that you've always felt you were purposed and destined to serve, but maybe not just having all the tools and resources in the right place or the right connections to put it all together. So enroll in Nadine's course if that's something that's interesting to you. Share it with other people. Also share the Black Entrepreneurs Institute business page. We're trying to reach as many people as we can because we are purposed and designed to help minority-owned businesses. We'll help all businesses. We say this all the time. So no one is excluded, but we're very clear on the fact that statistics and data tell us that minority-owned businesses do not succeed at the same rate that non-minority-owned businesses do, and specifically minority women-owned businesses.
Right.
Nadine is just another perfect example of years of thinking into trying other things that have not quite taken her to that next step that BEI was able to do for her within 4 weeks. So our enrollment as well will be opening up soon. And if you're interested, go directly to Nadine or some of our other members and let them help guide you into your next steps as well. So thanks, everybody. We hope you have an awesome Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. We know there's a lot of things happening right now, and we just really want everybody to stay safe. Take care, and until our next live, we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.